We all hate Starmer, but Sadiq Kahn is one of the most insufferable people about. His agenda is very, very clear, and is always the same: go against anything British. In today's video, the mayor has once again been a disgrace. We will discuss why and react, whilst also going over all the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. London Mayor Sadiq Kahn repeatedly refused to apologise to a Met firearms officer acquitted of Chris Kaba's murder. Kaba was shot dead by Sergeant Martin Blake as he tried to ram his car past police cars during a police stop in Streatham, South London, on September 5, 2022. Mr. Kahn was put under pressure at the London Assembly on Thursday for being too sympathetic towards the drill rapper, whose violent past was revealed after Sergeant Blake was last month found not guilty of his murder. It emerged that Kaba was a core member of the notorious 67 gang in Brixton Hill, with a history of criminal activity, including a jail term for possession of a firearm. Susan Hall, the Tory former mayoral candidate, demanded to know why Mr. Kahn had described Kaba as a young life cut short 2 years ago, before an Old Bailey jury cleared Mr. Blake in 3 hours, with none of the information you had. She said, "My criticism is of you. You are a leader. Well, you're supposed to be a leader. You are the Mayor of London, and you are also the Police and Crime Commissioner. And yet you were putting out things in a one-sided way right from the beginning. That police officer and his colleagues had to listen to that the whole time, very many of them knowing the background. Very many black families knew the background to this person. Yet you sent out nothing but sympathy. Yes, to the parents. I can believe that once or twice. If you thought it was so right, I don't know why you took your comments off the website." Mr. Kahn denied anything had been deleted from his social media account. But Ms. Hall responded, "My view is, you should take a more balanced approach from the beginning. You should be more supportive, or, if not, just keep quiet. Would you like to apologise to the police officer who has been found not guilty? Would you like to apologise for the whole attitude right from the beginning?" Mr. Kahn said, "Can I put on record my thanks to all our firearm officers who do an incredibly difficult job under extraordinary circumstances and pressures?" Ms. Hall asked him again to say sorry and accused the mayor of waffle, 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 adding, "I asked you a very simple question." When she accused Mr. Kahn of sounding like a parrot, he scolded her for descending the argument into abuse. Conservative Lord Bailey told the mayor that his statements following the shooting could be read as validating some of the worst behaviour possible, and that "you are garnering sympathy for these people." He told the Assembly, "The black community in London is terrorised by the likes of the 67 gang." Kaba was shot through the windscreen of an Audi Q8 by Mr. Blake. The vehicle was directly linked to 3 shootings in 5 months, and Kaba would have stood trial for the attempted murder of a rival at Hackney's Oval Space nightclub had he survived. Mr. Blake is said to be living in hiding, fearing for his life and his family, after a £10,000 bounty was offered in revenge for Kaba's death to anyone prepared to kill him. Kaba's family vowed to continue their campaign in his name. Scotland Yard Chief Sir Mark Rowley called for greater empathy for firearms officers, like Sergeant Blake, and the role they do confronting dangerous criminals. The Metropolitan Police Commissioner said on Thursday, "Having regular coffees with Martin Blake over recent months, I've been astounded by his personal resilience and dignity, with what the world has thrown at him and his family, which has turned his life upside down. Making this about race is dangerous and unhelpful conversation. I wish, and Martin Blake wishes, that Chris Kaba's behaviour hadn't caused the confrontation it did that night, and he had spent the next 10 or 20 years in prison. So Kahn refuses to apologize. He's a disgrace." In some other news, a US oil firm has blamed the impact of the windfall tax as it confirmed it will end all its operations in the North Sea by the end of the decade. Apache, who took control of the field in Scotland in 2003, said the recent Labour budget had made production uneconomic. The firm, based in Texas, suspended new oil drilling activity last year in the Forties field, east of Fraserburgh. It comes after Chancellor Rachel Reeves confirmed in the budget that the tax on oil and gas firm profits would rise and be extended to 2030. It comes as Labour said it wanted to make the UK a clean energy superpower, and it was asking the oil and gas sector to contribute more to that transition. The Energy Profits Levy, called EPL, the official name for the windfall tax, was introduced in May 2022 under the previous Conservative Party after energy firms recorded bumper profits due to the rise in energy prices. Initially set at 25% and due to expire in 2025, the Conservatives later raised it to 35% and said it would last until March 2029. In the recent budget, Labour extended it to the end of the decade and raised the levy to 38%, meaning the total tax rate on the companies is now 78%. An Apache spokesman said, "The onerous financial impact of the EPL, combined with the substantial investment that will be necessary to comply with regulatory requirements, makes production of hydrocarbons beyond 2029 uneconomic. Looking forward, our focus will be on maintaining asset safety and integrity as we prepare for the responsible decommissioning of our assets." A government spokesman said in an interview, "We are committed to making the UK a clean energy superpower, with both public and private investment required to support the transition, enhance energy security, and provide sustainable jobs of the future." To that end, we secured £24 billion for green industries at the International Investment Summit and have made changes to the Energy Profits Levy that recognise the oil and gas sector's role in the UK's energy mix, while asking it to contribute more to the transition, helping to fund GB Energy based in Aberdeen. It comes as the Chancellor has unveiled plans for 11 new green hydrogen projects across England, in addition to GB Energy and the government's investment into carbon capture and storage. Rachel Reeves told the Commons, "Earlier this month, we announced a significant multi-year investment between government and business into carbon capture and storage, creating 4,000 jobs across Merseyside and Teesside. Today I am providing funding for 11 new green hydrogen projects across England, Scotland and Wales, among the first commercial-scale projects anywhere in the world, including in Bridgend, East Renfrewshire and in Barrow-in-Furness. We are kick-starting the Warm Homes Plan by confirming an initial £3.4 billion over the next 3 years to transform 350,000 homes, including 250,000 low-income and social homes. And we will establish GB Energy, providing funding next year to set up Great British Energy at its new home in Aberdeen." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British political content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.